The power of letting yourself cry in life. We all go through tough moments. Sometimes, it feels as if the weight of the world is pressing down on us, making it hard to breathe, to think, or even to keep going. These feelings can appear without warning and can be triggered by any number of things: stress, loss, disappointment, or simply the cumulative challenges we face in our day-to-day lives. When the pressures build up, it's easy to feel as though there's no escape, no relief, and no way forward. But there is something simple, healing, and accessible that can offer relief: crying. Society often tells us that crying is a sign of weakness, that it's something to avoid or hide. But in reality, crying is one of the most powerful, healthy, and natural ways we can process our feelings. Allowing yourself to cry isn't just okay, it's beneficial. In this reflection, we'll explore why crying is not only a valid response to life's challenges but also an essential one. By understanding the science behind tears, the emotional benefits of releasing feelings, and the clarity that can follow, we can start to see crying as a valuable tool in our journey toward healing and inner peace. Life's challenges are temporary, but the pain can linger. In moments of hardship, it's important to remember that difficult times don't last forever. Like a passing storm, they come and go. Even when things feel unbearable, life has a way of eventually easing up. But while challenges may be temporary, the emotional pain they cause can stay with us if we don't address it. Holding on to hurt, fear, anger, or disappointment can weigh us down, creating a heaviness within that's hard to ignore. This is where crying comes in. Just as a storm needs to release rain to clear the skies, we sometimes need to release our tears to clear our minds and hearts. By letting ourselves cry, we give our emotions a chance to come to the surface, to be felt fully, and then, slowly, to be released. Why crying is so good for you. Often underestimate the benefits of crying, but science shows us that it can have powerful effects on both our body and mind. Here's why crying is one of the best ways to deal with difficult emotions. 1. Crying reduces stress hormones. When we cry, our body actually releases stress hormones like cortisol through our tears. These hormones build up when we're overwhelmed or anxious. By shedding tears, we are literally flushing out some of the physical tension that stress causes. Think of it as a natural detox, a way for your body to let go of what it no longer needs. 2. Tears release endorphins. After crying, you might notice that you feel strangely calm or even slightly euphoric. This is because crying triggers the release of endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in our brain. Endorphins act as natural painkillers, helping to reduce both physical and emotional discomfort. That's why a good cry can leave us feeling a bit lighter, more peaceful, and even relieved. 3. Crying helps you process emotions. Holding in emotions can create a bottleneck effect, where feelings build up until they become overwhelming. When we cry, we allow these emotions to move through us instead of getting stuck. Crying helps us to process and acknowledge what we're truly feeling, which is the first step toward healing. By crying, we give ourselves permission to feel deeply and honestly, without judgment. 4. Tears strengthen emotional resilience. Each time we let ourselves cry, we're practicing self-acceptance and vulnerability. Instead of avoiding our pain, we're facing it head-on. This builds emotional resilience, the strength to cope with future challenges. Crying isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of courage and self-compassion, finding peace through emotional release. So, when should you cry? The answer is simple: whenever you feel the need to. Crying is personal, and there's no right or wrong time to let it happen. Some people feel the urge to cry when they're alone, in a quiet space, while others might find that their emotions come up in unexpected places. Either way, if you feel like crying, trust that your body and mind are telling you something important. Let yourself feel. When the world becomes too much and everything feels like it's closing in on you, it's okay to pause and take a moment to let the tears flow. There's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, allowing yourself to cry can be one of the most compassionate things you can do for yourself. It's a way of saying, I acknowledge my pain, and I'm giving myself the space to heal. How to embrace crying as part of your healing process. Make the most of your emotional release. Here are a few steps you can take to create a healing space for yourself. 1. Find a safe place, whether it's your bedroom, a quiet park, or even your car. Choose a place where you feel comfortable and safe to express yourself. Knowing that you're in a private, secure space can make it easier to let go. 2. Let go of judgment. Don't judge yourself for crying. Remember, emotions are natural, and crying is a part of what makes us human. It's okay to feel vulnerable, to not have everything figured out, and to need a moment to release. 3. Breathe through the tears. As you cry, take deep breaths. Inhale slowly, hold for a few seconds, and then exhale. This helps calm your nervous system and can make the experience of crying more soothing. Imagine that each breath is helping to cleanse and heal your heart. 4. Embrace the release. Allow yourself to cry without holding back. There's no need to cut the experience short or to pull yourself together too quickly. Let the tears flow naturally and stay with the emotions that arise. 5. Reflect and reaffirm. Once you've finished crying, take a moment to reflect. You might feel a deep sense of relief or even a new clarity. Acknowledge what you've released and affirm to yourself that this release is part of your healing process. Remind yourself that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling and that you are worthy of compassion and peace. The lightness that follows after crying, you may feel as if a weight has been lifted. The world might look a little brighter, or your heart might feel a bit softer. That's because, in allowing yourself to cry, you've given yourself a gift. You've let go of some of the pain, stress, or frustration that you were carrying. You've freed up emotional space, making room for positivity, hope, and peace. The beauty of crying is that it helps us get in touch with ourselves on a deeper level. It reminds us of our resilience, our humanity, and our capacity to heal. By letting go of the emotions that weigh us down, we make space for new, lighter energy. In this way, crying can be transformative, showing us the beauty and vulnerability and the strength in letting go. Life is beautiful, even in tough times. Yes, life has its challenges, and there will always be moments that test us. But remember, these tough moments don't define us. They are simply part of our journey, shaping us and helping us grow. And when those moments feel overwhelming, letting yourself cry can be the best medicine. It's a reminder that we don't have to carry our burdens alone, that we can release the pain and find a lighter way forward. So next time you feel overwhelmed, give yourself permission to cry. Allow your emotions to flow freely, without judgment. Embrace the relief that comes afterward, and remember you are stronger than you realize, and life, even with all its ups and downs, is worth every moment.
Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more videos.